the time, right? And that's really important at the end of the day. You got to know what's going on because things change all the time. So if you're just tuning in, comment down where you're tuning in from so I can give you a digital high five. What's up? How's it going? If you're on YouTube, click the subscribe button so we can stay connected here in the YouTube world. If you're on TikTok, click the follow button so we can stay connected. I talk a lot about ways on how to make money, making money, because I actually came from like nothing. Nothing. Like, I mean, I ate Roman noodles that's all I could afford at one point in my life, to, you know, get myself through college and finding other ways on how to make money. So I really think, money, you have to have money to live off of, right? I don't care what anybody says. You have to have money to pay the bills. You got to have money to provide for whatever you want, right? At the end of the day, money answers a lot of questions, especially if you have a daughter or somebody or a kid that's sick. If you want the best of the best care when you have that money, you can pay for the best care, right? Money it just opens opportunity for you versus having none, and it closes a lot of doors. So I'm going to share a couple different ways on how to make money, some tips that you can use right now, and you can start doing something right now. One thing I think is really, really important is to brand yourself and start building a community. Brand yourself, you know, what do you want to be known for, stand for, you know, and start branding that. Maybe you have a passion, in cooking or sourdough or sewing, or, you know, use that passion and build upon it, okay? And I'm going to share a really, really powerful method that you can do this. It's amazing on TikTok, okay? Amazing on TikTok. If you want to brand yourself and have something, and I'm going to show you what that looks like, okay? And we're going to do this in a different way because a lot of people I'm talking to, they have something that they want to brand, that they want to put out there, okay? And these are tips that you can start today. If you want something like step by step and you don't know how to do a lot of things, then I would definitely jump into the course. That's going to teach you everything under the sun on how to brand yourself, get your passion out there, and do a launch and monetize it so well that you can have a 5-figure launch. Okay, that can happen if you know what you're doing, right? So one thing you can do is pick something that you love, that you can talk about. If somebody puts you on stage and they said you can talk about whatever you want, what would you talk about? What do you have like the most knowledge in? What do people come to you for? That is where really most of the time, that's where the sweet spot is. Because you don't have to research anything. You don't have to educate or anything. Tap the screen like this on TikTok to give more hearts. Okay. But find something that you love, that you can talk about every single day. Every single day, like you know what you're talking about. You already know what you can do, right? So I forgot to turn notifications off. I have thousands of notifications. If I do not mute them, it causes my spouse anxiety when he sees my phone. But one thing you can do is figure out, number one, what's your passion, okay? What is your passion? What is something that you can talk about all day long, any day? I can put you on stage right now and say, hey, Bob, hey, Sandy, tell me, you know, what you're an expert in, what you're good at, what you have knowledge in, and you can just rattle it right off your tongue, okay? That is most of the time is the best place to get your brand out there. Start branding whatever you're good at. Like I said, it could be makeup, it could be skincare, it could be, you know, sewing, it could be cooking, it could be any of those things, okay? So what you're gonna do next is, once you pick that, is number two, this is the most powerful thing. I would create a digital product out of it. Digital versus physical. Because right here is what's going to save you time and money, okay? Turn that passion into a digital product. So a digital product is basically, it's just a product that somebody purchased. Say you like, I have like 10 video course on how to learn how to hem jeans for short people, okay? You already have that already done. You create it once, it's done. You don't ever have to redo it again, okay? You put a price on it, say it's $47, and you can mark it that way. So when somebody clicks on your website, goes to your link, and they want that 10 series on how to hem pants, that goes straight, the money goes straight to you, and then the product goes into their email. They get access to those 10 videos. You give them a password, username, they have instant access. That's digital. If you're a brand new, that is the best place to start. Because if you have a physical product that you're coming up with and that you want to market, you're going to have to, well, one, develop it. Number two, you're going to have to figure out how to do shipping. You're going to have to do packaging, all the things in the middle, okay? It's a lot of work. Digital is a lot easier because you can just put that out there. I want those 10 videos on how to sew, right? How to sew those pants. And it's easier to do, okay? So you can start doing this today, okay? You can start doing this today. Number 3 is you're going to turn that into automation. Okay? And automation means you're going to turn it into an email process. Okay? So we're just going to use sewing for this example. Whatever your passion is, pick your passion. Like I said, it's something that you already know you can talk about. Maybe it's gardening, maybe it's homeschooling, whatever it is. Turn it into a digital product. 3, add automation, add email to it, email automation to it. Okay? There's all kinds of different, places you can go to get that as well. If you need a place to house funnels, just go to my bio. I use System.io. You can use it for free and actually get signed up for free if you need to do that. So if you're on TikTok, just click on my face. There's a link. If you scroll all the way down, it says System.io. You can get a free trial of that. Actually, it's free until you want to upgrade and do other things with it. But if you're just marketing one thing, you can actually just use that for free and have a place to house the funnel, all that together. So when somebody's like, yes, I want to learn how to hem those pants, I would like to know how to do that. And to give them the digital product, you have to have somewhere to send, or somewhere to capture their email and then send them the information, right? Once you have automation set up, this will save you time. This will save you from following up all the time. So when you have deals or you find other stuff that you can become affiliates for that's related to your passion, like sewing, maybe it's a sewing machine or maybe it's thread or whatever. Okay, I don't sew, so I may botch up all the sewing stuff, but I'm just showing you what it looks like when you create your own thing and start branding yourself, okay? So automation, you can add other emails to it because people most of the time won't buy on the first time. They need multiple exposures. 7 to 12. Tony Robbins, I think it was last year, was saying like 18 to 22. So it was something like that. A lot of exposures. So then now you're creating your own brand, your own product that is digital, and you're really good at sewing. So when you do emails and stuff, how's that possible when it's your product? Okay, definitely is not for everybody. Let's see. Oh, that's a good question. You feel like it's a world that everybody is selling something. Everybody is selling something, honestly. Like, you're always selling stuff to your kids. You're always trying to get them to eat the green beans versus the Oreo cookies. Like, everything is really actually a sales process. But you can do it in a way that you can provide value, educate, entertain, provide value to your audience. So it's not always like, you don't want to be like hardcore selling. You know what I'm saying? You want to provide education. And I'm going to show that in the 4th step. And one way you can do that is through the content that you use on social media. Provide value to your audience. And some people, what will happen, we'll just put value through content. So what happens is, you know, when you're doing your content, you're providing value and tips and hacks, whatever, like with sewing, you know, like today I'm talking about 3 tips which you can do on how to, you know, alternate this dress, right? Just some quick tips. And they're gonna like, hey, I really need to know, I need to dive in more to learn on how to do that. So what happens over time, they like, know, and trust you, and they're like, yeah, I want your course on, you know, those 10 videos on how to hem, you know, pants and skirts and dresses. I really need that. And so that's how that whole process works. I always believe in bringing value to your audience, you know, and like I said, over time, when you entertain them, they get to know you, you bring value, they'll automatically just like, hey, yeah, I do need that, right? So, I mean, I get what you're saying, because it does feel like that, especially because we're on social media and we see all of it all day long, every day. But bringing value and putting your content out there. So how you got your passion, now you got it created, a digital product for it, you got your email, your funnels, everything set up. The next thing is to start doing content. Because if you don't have any content out there, nobody's gonna know your website. They're not gonna know what you do. You could be an expert at like sewing and maybe be well known in many different areas, but nobody online knows you, right? You have to expose yourself, expose your brand, okay? And the best way to do it is through content. And the best content to do it is with short form videos, by hands down. Back in September 2021, when Facebook opened their Reels on Facebook, I was on a training, a guy said, what if you did 1 reel a day? I'm like, oh, I can do 1 reel a day. You know, I don't like videos or anything else. And back then you could do a lot of the pointing, so I didn't even have to talk. I'm like, you know, I'm like, I can do that, okay? 1 a day, okay. And that compound effect can turn into a lot of opportunities. Okay? I was just crazy enough to think about posting 1 video a day on TikTok, on Instagram, on Facebook. I just did that every single day and just provide value. And at that moment, I was marketing something, and I would trickle in that product every so often, right? So that's how you can gain traction, because short form videos, I mean, you can catch people quick and you can grow an audience quick, because those videos get pushed out. Videos get pushed out. They keep getting pushed out, okay? You never know when the video will go viral. You never know when a video, I mean, some of my videos that went viral, I'm like, really, that one of all ones? I did one in May on Facebook. I mean, last time I checked, it was like 4.3 million last month. I don't even know what it's now, but I'm like, that video, you never know. You never know what will pop. And once things start to pop and stuff, more eyeballs will see your website, what you do. They're going to want to know more about what you do. And then it, like, organically, you start building a following. Organically, you start building your email list. Organically, you're like the go-to person when it comes to, like, you know, a go-to person for sewing. Like, oh, you know, Sandy, oh, I love Sandy's page. She's always giving great tips on sewing. You know, I mean, you're like the go-to person. And that's how it organically happens, okay? It makes a huge, huge difference when it comes to that. And if you have any questions, you can pop them down below as well. But bringing value, short form video. And now, right now, you can do faceless. You can do faceless. Sorry, I've got a message coming in. You can use it all at, you can do it faceless, or you don't have to do it faceless at all. That's one thing that you can do. So a faceless, you can do faceless. One thing, people that don't do well with faceless because they can't get emotion into the word. I mean, get the song and get the emotion. One thing you can do as a hack to bring more emotion to the faceless content is use Chat GPT and ask it, ask it to, sorry, I have ADHD and I forgot to really turn on those turn off all my millions of notifications. Like one already has like 200 and some just off of one platform. And I just get sidetracked, so I apologize. I'm gonna try to ignore it here, okay? I really, really apologize. I mean, like I get in this funnel and I can go veer off and like literally it drives my kids nuts. I mean, like I can come up with a whole plan with you in like 15 minutes, like literally. Like I love helping people out create something for themselves. And brand themselves to get out there and talk about their passion, what they're good at, because whatever you're good at, you can monetize it and you can put it on any platform. But back to faceless, a lot of times what I have noticed, people fail and not do so well on faceless because it's words and the words count and the words need to bring emotion. If the words don't bring emotion, people aren't gonna take the next step. They're not gonna watch the video. And one thing you can do is go to Chat GPT, you can do the free version and go and put like, hey, this is my topic. This is, I'm a copywriter or my brand is sewing and this is what I do, XYZ. I am doing a faceless piece of content. I need 5 pieces of content that talks about, ways on how to hem pants for women, and I need to bring emotion to it. I want to people, feel the frustration when the pants don't fit and then they got to hem them. And Chat GPT will pull like something out and it will tell you everything that you need. And you can tweak it what you want and use your own words, but that's one way to do it, okay? It's really good when it comes to faceless it's really good to have emotion. You do with even regular videos, but even more with faceless. Faceless does good on Instagram. It doesn't do so hot on Facebook, but it does do really good on Instagram. And sometimes it will pick up and do some things on TikTok. I mean, it's a 50-50, but you can intermix stuff, as well. You can do some faceless, some with your face, or you can do all a completely faceless account, okay? I have a guy that I know that did a whole faceless account on TikTok and has done very, very well, okay? But like I said, bring emotion to it. You got to tap into the emotion part of it, okay? Let me know if that makes sense on that, okay? And then content can be, I always say do anywhere, whatever. I mean, at the end of the day, everybody says do 3, 4, 5 pieces or anywhere. Well, this year, every year's different, okay? When I started back in 2021, they're like, just do one video. I'm like, I can do one video. And then like 6 months later, they're like, do 3 videos a day, okay? I did that for a couple months and it was just too much with work and everything else going on, right? So I just made a commitment to myself is I am going to post one piece of great content every single day. That's what I did. Did it take slower probably to grow? Yes, okay? Let's just be real. And a lot of times I didn't do much engagement at all on the platform that I was working on, nothing. Like I posted, went on, because I had other business, other things. Like I didn't have like my whole attention on that. But if your whole attention is in your passion and you want to like get out of a job or replace income pretty quick, I would recommend doing 2 to 3 videos a day. If you kind of want to go slower, it's okay. You're going to get there. Do 1 a day, but at least show up every single day, okay? 2 to 3 pieces of content are really good. Now, you will hear some people say do 5. I don't know. I tested that out back in, was it in January? February. I didn't really notice a lot of difference going from this to 5. Okay, I really didn't. But pick something that you can do. Is it 2 a day? Then do 2 a day. 3 a day, 3 a day. Because usually if you do 3 videos a day, you can do it in about 45 minutes to kind of give you an average of how much time it takes, right? And the more you do it, the faster you get, right? That's with anything, right? And the 5th one is consistency. It's playing the long game and learning ways to get better at what you do, get better at your passion, your message out there. You know, your digital product should be fine. Once you have that already set, it's done, right? And it doesn't have to be fancy either. But you might have to tweak your emails if your emails aren't converting into sales, right? You'll have to, you know, every week evaluate what is working. Is my content resonating with people? Do I need to get better with people or better with my videos to get people being more engaged? That's really the most important thing, right? Is every week just evaluate, what can I do better this week? Okay, don't beat yourself down or anything, but what can you do better this week? That's what I've always looked at. Like, what can I do better? Because numbers don't lie, especially if you have an email automation through System.io. It, like, you can look at your statistics every week. Okay, it's right there, so you don't have to. It's not a guessing work. Okay, it's not a guessing work. That's one thing I love about that. So, anyways, but those are like 5 steps on how to start, you know, monetizing your passion. Okay, if you have no idea what I'm talking about, you have no idea how to connect the dots. I actually I have an interactive program that will teach you exactly how to do all this step by step. And you can even actually, if you don't even have a digital product yet, you can tap into the franchise part of it as well, because that comes with it as well. And you can actually start earning income with a digital product that's already done for you. So if it's something that like, hey, I do need help, I don't even know exactly what you're talking about, I don't know if I want to do this all on my own, there's a link below this video on YouTube. Click on that, put your email in, and you can start educating yourself, start learning, and it will show you what kind of programs there is. And if you have any questions, just reply back to that email, and I will answer any questions that you have. And if you're on TikTok, just click on my picture right here, and it's the first, you'll see a website underneath my username. Click on that, and it's the first tab. It says discover how to make money online, how to start earning income online. So just click on that button, and that will show you exactly how to do it. Okay, because it can be a guessing game, but you don't have to make it a guessing game. Okay, that's what I did, because I was tired of trying to figure this out, because I tried to do this on my own several years ago, and it flopped. I was missing so many different pieces, and I didn't even know what I was missing, right? So anyways, I always think, you know, plugging into something like that, and plus there's mastermind classes 3 times a week for it as well. That is priceless. That is priceless, so you know what's going on in the online world versus like just a guessing game, okay? Because a lot of stuff that I've been seeing online is like on it, and there's one area I'm not going to mention right now, but at the end of the day, it is a guessing game. Nobody really knows, right? Unless somebody has the inside scoop inside of that company or inside of that platform, right? And most people don't, right? But it's nice to have the inside look on out and be the insider when it comes in the online world, because then you know when to pivot, when to change, when to do stuff, right? Versus just guessing. Okay. So anyways, I hope this brought you value today. Make sure you like this video, comment down where you're tuning in from, and also make sure you subscribe here on YouTube so we can stay connected, and also click the follow button here on TikTok so we can stay connected. And yeah, I will see you later, and have an awesome day, my friend. Bye.